Donald Trump's rallies are often packed with passionate supporters, bold slogans, and extravagant claims. However, beneath the surface of these events lies an unsettling pattern of deception. The latest scandal broke during a rally in Scranton, Pennsylvania, where several individuals stood behind Trump dressed as firefighters, proudly displaying signs that read "Scranton Firefighters for Trump." Yet, upon further investigation, it was revealed that these supposed firefighters were imposters. Once again, the Trump campaign had resorted to staging a fake scene to bolster its image, leaving the real Scranton firefighters furious and local media scrambling to uncover the truth. This scandal is just another in a long line of staged events orchestrated by Trump's campaign to deceive the public and inflate his support base. In this video, we'll dive deep into Trump's history of fabricating support, from fake union workers to staged black church events. We'll explore how the media has allowed these deceptions to go unchecked and the critical role played by investigative journalism in exposing the lies. Ultimately, Trump's reliance on manufactured support is emblematic of a broader strategy of dishonesty that threatens the very fabric of democratic discourse. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to reaching 1,000 subscribers, but we can't do it without you. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe right now. And if you're already subscribed, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know your thoughts. Alright, let's dive right into it. The Scranton Rally, firefighters for Trump. But were they real? On October 9th, 2024, Donald Trump took to the stage in Scranton, Pennsylvania, for yet another campaign rally. As usual, the atmosphere was electric, with supporters cheering and waving signs. Among them were several individuals dressed in formal firefighter uniforms, standing behind Trump and holding signs that read "Scranton Firefighters for Trump." As Trump pointed toward these individuals, he proclaimed, "We've got the firefighters endorsing us." The crowd erupted in applause, and the spectacle seemed perfect, until local journalists started asking questions. The Scranton Fire Department quickly released a statement clarifying that the people seen holding the signs were not firefighters at all. Local 60 of the International Association of Firefighters, IFF, the union representing Scranton's firefighters, was quick to denounce the deception. In a Facebook post, the union stated, "No member of Local 60 was carrying those signs, and we have not endorsed any candidate for the office of president." This revelation sent shockwaves through the local community, prompting the Times-Tribune to investigate further. According to the Times-Tribune, none of the individuals seen in firefighter uniforms at the rally were affiliated with the Scranton Fire Department, either as active or retired firefighters. Union President Alan Lucas confirmed in an interview that he had no idea where the signs or the uniforms came from, adding that the union had made no endorsement in the presidential race. When asked about the incident, Trump campaign spokesperson Kush Desai feigned ignorance, stating that the signs did not come from the campaign. A pattern of deception. Fake union workers, fake churchgoers. This wasn't the first time Trump's campaign had been caught staging support. Just a few weeks earlier, at a rally in Detroit, Michigan, supporters wearing shirts that read "Auto Workers for Trump" were found to be imposters. These individuals admitted to local reporters that they were not auto workers at all, just people paid to wear the shirts and stand behind Trump during his speech. The Detroit News was quick to expose the ruse, highlighting how the Trump campaign has frequently relied on astroturfing, a practice where fake grassroots support is manufactured to create a false sense of popular backing. But Trump's deceptions don't stop at union workers. In 2016, he famously held an event at a black church in Detroit, where most of the attendees turned out to be white. The event was held in a church embroiled in a legal dispute, with many of its regular congregants absent. Instead, the pews were filled with paid Trump supporters, most of whom were white, despite the event being billed as a gathering of black churchgoers. As cameras rolled, Trump spoke to a crowd that was anything but representative of the local black community. More recently, Trump has been caught staging black supporters at various events across the country. One such figure, who has become a regular at Trump rallies, is a woman often seen wearing a Blacks for Trump shirt. Despite being photographed at numerous events, she appears to be the same person, suggesting that Trump's campaign is recycling the same individuals to create the illusion of widespread black support. These staged events only further highlight the lengths Trump will go to deceive the public. The media's role in perpetuating the lie. One of the most troubling aspects of these staged events is how complicit much of the mainstream media has been in perpetuating Trump's lies. When Trump falsely claims union endorsements, fake crowds, or staged support, many outlets simply report the spectacle without fact-checking. In the case of the Scranton Rally, local outlets, like the Times-Tribune, did their due diligence, but larger networks often amplify Trump's deceptions by covering the events uncritically. By not calling out these fabrications in real time, the media unwittingly contributes to the spread of disinformation. Even when Trump's lies are exposed, they often go underreported. For example, the Detroit News did excellent work in exposing the fake auto workers, but the story received little national attention. Trump's claims of union support continued to circulate on major news networks, despite the fact that the very people standing behind him had admitted to being imposters. This failure to challenge Trump's fabrications in a meaningful way allows him to continue deceiving the public without facing serious consequences. The importance of investigative journalism. Thankfully, not all journalists are willing to let Trump's lies slide. Local outlets, like the Times-Tribune and the Detroit News, have been instrumental in exposing the truth behind Trump's staged events. These reporters have done the hard work of asking tough questions, digging into the facts, and holding those in power accountable. In doing so, they have helped to unmask the deception at the heart of Trump's campaign. One particularly egregious example of Trump's deception involved a so-called union worker at one of his events in Manhattan. The man, who was presented as a black union worker, turned out to be Vish Burra, a political operative with ties to George Santos, Steve Bannon, and Matt Gaetz. Burra, who is of Indian descent, had no connection to any union, yet he was paraded in front of the cameras as proof of Trump's support among black union workers. This blatant lie was exposed by independent media, but it serves as yet another example of how Trump's campaign fabricates support. The role of independent and investigative journalism in exposing these lies cannot be overstated. Without their efforts, much of Trump's deception would go unnoticed, and the public would be left with a distorted view of his support base. By shining a light on these fake events, investigative journalists are helping to safeguard the integrity of democratic discourse. Trump's staged support, a broader strategy of dishonesty. Trump's reliance on fake support is emblematic of a broader strategy of dishonesty that has defined his political career. From the beginning, Trump has shown a willingness to bend the truth to suit his needs, whether it's lying about the size of his inauguration crowd or fabricating endorsements from unions. These lies are not just harmless exaggerations. They are part of a concerted effort to manipulate public perception and create a false sense of legitimacy. By staging fake supporters at his rallies, Trump is not only deceiving the public, but he is also undermining the very institutions he claims to support. Firefighters, union workers, and black churchgoers are all being used as props in a cynical ploy to boost Trump's image. In doing so, Trump is disrespecting the very people he claims to represent, all while perpetuating a narrative of widespread support that simply doesn't exist. This strategy of dishonesty extends far beyond Trump's rallies. His entire political career has been built on a foundation of lies, From his false claims about voter fraud in the 2020 election to his attempts to downplay the severity of the COVID-19 pandemic. Trump's willingness to deceive the public for political gain is a direct threat to the health of American democracy, and it is up to the media and the public to hold him accountable. Donald Trump's latest scandal involving fake firefighters at his Scranton Rally is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to his campaign's reliance on deception. From fake union workers to staged church events, Trump has consistently resorted to lies and fabrications to boost his image and deceive the public. While local media and investigative journalists have done their part to expose these lies, the broader media landscape must do more to hold Trump accountable. As we head into the 2024 election, it is more important than ever for the public to remain vigilant in the face of Trump's deceptions. By relying on stage support, Trump is not only disrespecting the institutions he claims to represent, but he is also undermining the democratic process itself. It is up to all of us to demand the truth and reject the lies that have come to define Trump's political career. As always, the truth will eventually come to light, but only if we continue to shine a spotlight on the darkness. By staying informed and questioning what we see, we can ensure that the lies of Trump's campaign do not go unchallenged. Let this latest scandal serve as a reminder that in the world of Donald Trump, nothing is as it seems. And while he may be able to stage supporters, he cannot fake the truth.